What's up, guys? Today we're back with Cory and his gorgeous Corrado. Last time you guys saw this car in a video, he had just completed the 3.6 swap and we checked out how insane it sounds. Today he got brand new wheel setup, brand new paint job, brand new interior, so we're gonna check that out. Before we do that, also just wanna let you guys know, we're planning our upcoming Tri-State Corrado fall get-together. It's gonna be on Saturday, October 24th this year, so save the date, always a great time.
What's going on, everybody? My name's Cory. If you don't remember, we've made a video or two with my Corrado collection in the past, and we're back today with my 94 Twilight Violet, German imported 3.6 swap Corrado. Last time you saw this car, it was freshly 3.6 swapped over by B&M Autoworks. Our friend Malcolm did the entire swap and did a fantastic job. Unfortunately, the motor that we sourced had some issues, and after putting some miles on it, it just continued to burn oil, so we ended up sourcing another one from LKQ. Going that route had a little bit more peace of mind since it came with a warranty, and Malcolm went ahead and swapped them out and put a few thousand miles on the car prior to it getting painted, and things are good to go now. So I'm happy to say that we got a solid running 3.6 now. So the next step after having the car mechanically sorted out was to start focusing on the body. This car had some previous body work in its earlier stages when it was still over in Germany. Fenders were rolled, quarters were rolled. They did a kind of shoddy job. There wasn't a whole lot of precision in the actual arch line, so that was one thing that needed to be addressed. And like I stated in the previous video, we were going to have Slaw do the body work and paint job on this car. Unfortunately, our schedules kind of got mixed up, and for unforeseen reasons, we ended up having to go a different route. So I sourced a local body shop who I'm familiar with. Actually painted one of my dad's Triumph TR6s back in the early 2000s. And they've been in business for a long time, and I felt trustworthy going with a local spot, and they did a fantastic job. I got to give a shout out to Larry over at Tim's Body Shop. He's the one who recreated the shape of the quarters and the actual fenders, and compared to what they looked like before, they actually have a nice true flow, and yeah, I can't be more satisfied with the way the results are. So happy to say that the body work was squared away, and then they ended up doing the entire paint job as well. Car is, in my eyes, way better than what we turned out with, and can't be happier with the results. So while the car was at the body shop getting its remake over, I sourced a set of 17-inch RH ZW1s. These are wheels that I remember from back in the early 2000s. It was a popular option for people. At the time, I never could afford or get anything in that spectrum, so when I saw them pop up, I figured I'm gonna grab them up. They needed refinished, the lips were beat on them, and the faces were painted black, which is kind of a different direction I wanted to go with this car. So I dismantled them, did some research to see who I could have the faces redone, and I was kind of tossing around ideas what color to go with, and ended up settling on ice gray metallic through Porsche. Sorry, I almost said ice gray violet just because it's a Corrado thing in my head. But yeah, ice gray metallic from Porsche is the color that the faces are done in. And the reason I chose that is because they kind of have like a, it changes in the sunlight. You know, like in the sunlight they almost look kind of white, and then in the shade they kind of have like a grayish tone to them. So I kind of like the idea of having something along those lines. And then the lips I went with final offset and fitment up front is ET38. And they're 17 by 8.5, and then final fit in the back is ET40, and they're I'm sorry, they're also ET38 in the back, my bad, and they're 17 by 9. I never ran an aggressive stance like this, but since the car previously had the fenders and quarters rolled, and we were able to achieve, you know, a pretty nice outcome at the body shop, yeah, it made sense to throw some aggressive stance wheels on here. So so far I'm liking it. Cleaning the polished lips are not all that fun, but you know, I guess I'll get used to it and just try not to worry about the labor that goes into the love, you know. So like we talked about in the previous video, this car came factory with like a confetti style interior that, as far as I know, was only available in Europe. I'm not sure if they got it in the Canadian market, but I know we didn't get it here in the United States. And that was something I wanted to, you know, keep and tie in with this car. Unfortunately, the driver's seat and the passenger seat bolsters were pretty rough. Most of the fabric, other than the centers, like pretty much anything that was black was faded in areas, especially back here in the notorious spot where the leather likes to split. The same thing happens with the cloth interior. It just kind of fades out and almost turned like white looking. So I was kind of throwing some ideas around, and I was able to source a set of Recaro trophies that had just been freshly rewrapped in black leather. And after doing some measurements, I kind of realized that I could save the center fabric that was on the existing seats and transfer that fabric over onto the Recaros. Obviously I didn't do it myself, but I had an upholstery shop local to me, Lancaster Upholstery. They did a phenomenal job. I was actually so impressed when I went and saw these seats, how they executed them. It was better than what I was expected. So got to give a shout out to them. And like I said, we did the driver passenger seat. For the rear, I didn't have any fabric of my own, so I sourced something similar at the upholstery shop for them to rewrap the rears as well to match. So when I had the car when I had the interior all stripped out, prepping it for the paint job, I went ahead and rewrapped all the wiring loom inside the body, and also reinforced all the sound deadening. There really, you know, there's stuff there from the beginning, but I added some like Dynamat material, pretty much the entire chassis of the car. And then bought some new foam to replace the stuff that was in it before. And luckily the previous owner had a fresh brand new black carpet that he included with the sale, so I installed that. Also sourced a new shift boot and shift knob, which is just an OEM Corrado replacement, but it was reupholstered, and you know, the leather's all fresh and nice. So and in that process I was also able to source the Karmann shifts around that belong with this car. I learned later that the 94s came without the actual wheel next to the Karmann badge. So if your car's a 94 or 95 and it still has the factory shifts around, it shouldn't have the wheel incorporated. It just should say Karmann. And I thought that was kind of cool that I could find one that was the actual, like the VR6 model. Fortunately enough, the car, when I bought it, still had the silver Karmann badge in it without the wheel as well. So I kind of have that tucked away just as a safe keep, because I know the 94 stuff and 95 stuff is kind of hard to come by. So and then also did the headliner, did the skin for the sunroof. So overall, yeah, I'm very pumped with the way this car turned out. Looking forward to hitting up some more shows this year and seeing all you guys out there, and hopefully some more 3.6 Corrado swaps in the future.
Absolutely.
Take care, guys.
Turned out awesome. Thanks for bringing it out today, and thank you guys for watching. Take care. Peace.